Tie this game at 60. Christian Jones levels. That cannot happen.
Oh, who created that?
So that was Planet X Network. That's why sports is on. We are also on Roku TV. So I am the host with the most, Aaron Cass with Ray Sean and Shay. We are live right now on a live stream, folks. So whatever you say, it's on there for good. What's going on, guys?
We out here. No, I'm this dope. When you showed that yesterday, I was also okay. I thought that was a cool intro to spice things up. You'll still hear our intro on the audio version, but right here on the YouTube, you get a chance to see that live.
Let me take my lens wipes out of the background then if we live. But I don't know what that was. But
clean the house. That's okay. You're cleaning the house. That's all. That's all good.
Well, speaking of cleaning houses, did anyone see the defensive coordinator for the Bears? Apparently, Peanut Tillman rated his house. So the defensive coordinator Alan Williams for sensitive content that was in his on his computer. So he just resigned right now for Chicago. A lot of turmoil going on in Chicago today. That's for sure.
So that was a real thing.
That's real.
I saw a few. No, I saw that he resigned, but I'm talking about like the reasoning behind what happened. I thought that I seen something say like the FBI had came in and raided, and I'm just like, this is a joke because their defense hasn't been good. What is that? That's what I thought it was tied around. I thought it was tied to the defense not being good. So they was like, okay, we're gonna raid his house to see if we could find something that can help the defense. Like that's what I thought it was. So I didn't know it was actually serious. So whatever's going on, especially if we did something wrong, hopefully they rectify that and get it right. But either way, they need a coaching overhaul anyways, because whatever offseason hype they had really has withered away after 2 games. I'm sure we'll get into that later on.
Well, I mean, Shay's MVP pick, he's already blaming the coaching staff.
Well, wasn't your MVP pick Joe Burrow?
No, mine was Jalen Hurts.
Oh no, that was me. That was me.
Oh.
That was me. Oh. Yeah, I know. It's looking rough. Trust me. I was beyond. I mean, obviously he did a little bit better on Sunday. Well, I mean, 27 to 41, 222. I think a touchdown, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Like, I don't know. Once again, the calf is clearly still bothering him. So I'm hoping that they eventually either get that fixed. Obviously, a calf injury doesn't really go away like that. I just hope it doesn't go all the way down to his Achilles and then ruin his season or ruin the Bengals season. So, but yeah, they got some things to figure out. But they definitely rushed him back too soon. You can see that in his play.
Oh yeah, no question. And like for Justin Fields, look, it's only first 2 games of the season. I'm gonna hold out hope. Yeah, that screen pass with pick 6, that was horrible. But at the same time, why are you calling a screen pass when you need to go the length of the field? So it has to do with the play calling there as well. I think I'm on Stephen A's side where he says like that brother needs more help. Coaching is awful. He's in a bad situation with the Chicago Bears. It's a nature versus nurture thing with a quarterback. I feel like he was in a better environment. He'll make use of his physical tools and he'll be good. But he's in Chicago.
I just didn't get the robotic thing. That didn't make sense. Like, just play your game. I don't know why you're. And also, too, there was that one where DJ Moore was wide open and he tried to run up the middle and just got tackled. It didn't make any sense.
The worst one was that whoever ran the seam route down the middle and was wide open. I'm talking about Red Sea wide open. Like it was unreal. And he's patting the ball. And I believe that play resulted in a sack, and that's crazy. Like he literally had all day. Could have got a glass of lemonade. He was out of Florida, so he could have got some hot wings from Publix. Shay knows about Publix down there in Georgia, so he could have got all that down there, and it ended in a sack. Like that can't happen. Once again, you have your legs as a weapon. Maybe they told him that they're not going to win games, running with his legs. But I'm like, Shay, you remember they ran all over our Patriots, and he was the he was the head honcho of that. Like he was running all over the field, and made us look stupid. So to me, you have to use both. Like that's what they all want in these modern day quarterbacks. So I'm not sure why they're not utilizing it to their advantage, but either way, they're 0-2, and yeah, there's time to recover, but they don't seem like they're going to bounce back anytime soon.
Yeah, they seem like the same old Bears. Like I thought this was going to be a new season. I tried to do the hot take, and take Justin Fields as my MVP pick, or at least an MVP candidate. But yeah, he's hurting. The Bears are hurting. My fantasy team is hurting. I also had Nick Chubb too. So yeah, don't want to talk about that.
That was aggressive.
Yeah,
and you know what's worse? I didn't have number 1 in the waiver order, so I couldn't get Jerome Ford. Ooh. And then when I saw Kareem Hunt got signed by the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Cleveland Browns. When I saw he got signed by the Cleveland Browns, I realized my brother, who's also in that fantasy league as well, signed him when he was a free agent.
It'd be your own people,
just in case that happened.
Your own people, terrible. Yeah, listen. I was waiting for us to bring that up because the amount of takes I've seen since that happened, and mostly everything is tied to fantasy football, obviously. You had Saquon and Chubb. Oh yeah. So
I had Jamal Williams too. So all fantasy running backs go down.
He got hurt too.
I played him Monday night.
Yeah, he went out the game.
What happened to him? I didn't see
out for a few weeks, hamstring.
Yeah, so okay, so this ties into what and I feel like we talked about this, but whatever is relevant to this conversation. Like, I really believe that not all the injuries, but some of these injuries are tied to the starters are not playing any preseason snaps. Like they might play one or two series for 3 games, and then they're saying, "Hey, let's go full throttle week 1 to week 2," and then now, like I said, you're messing up a hamstring, you're messing up a quad, you're messing up a shoulder. Like so, you're conditioning.
Aaron Rodgers Achilles.
Yeah, exactly. So my thing is, yes, was the NFL smart in pushing or pushing it back from 4 games to 3 for preseason? Absolutely. But with doing that, yeah, you speed up the process a little bit. You can't just come out there for 1 or 2 series and say, okay, well, we'll be ready come, the first week of September or second week of September. Like that's not how it works. Football is too volatile of a game. And once again, you get hurt in any type of snap, but you got to make sure that you're at least as prepared as possible. But I feel like 80% of these injuries are tied to conditioning, and guys are just not ready. But the point I was making about Nick Chubb, for those that were more upset about their fantasy team going down as opposed to this man's career possibly being done, is wild to me. Once again, I get it. You probably hurt even more if he's in a keeper league. I get it. Like that part probably sucks. Great, whatever. This man's career and livelihood is on the line, literally. Like unless he goes out to James Andrews and they fix something like maybe he did before. We're looking at maybe a Willis McGahee return at best, maybe. Which he was still serviceable after those injuries, but technology is a lot better now than when it was when McGahee got hurt. But I don't know. I was just it was very weird, and just like it was messed up to see how we were more concerned about the fantasy implications as opposed to this man his knee turning fucking 90-degree angle.
No, I say
wow.
I say for the glass half full type. But maybe for the people who were reacting to their fantasy didn't see the injury, because when I heard that he was out the game, immediately what I thought was my fantasy team, because I did not see the injury at all until you showed me the picture. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind about my fantasy team. Oh my goodness, that's
but your tune changed once we talked about it. That's different. Like if you didn't know, you didn't know. But I feel like most people knew because most people follow Twitter during these games and they saw, oh man, like his leg once again went in a direction it wasn't supposed to go. So, and once again, for a position that is no longer, deemed worthy or valuable anymore to this league, it's hard to see that injury happen because I feel like eventually that position is going to get exiled at the NFL.
And for Nick Chubb too. Nick Chubb, well, in college, he had like a huge injury as well. And
Same leg.
the reason why he went to the second round, it was because like he was supposed to be a generational talent coming out the draft. But the reason he went to the second round was because they weren't sure he was going to be the same anymore, just like Willis McGahee. But
And
then,
Sony Michel was better.
Yeah.
I,
Say, you said,
please.
you said who? You said Chubb is better. Okay, yeah. Chubb
No, I
is
said
better.
Sony Michel. You guys drafted Sony Michel first round.
Stop it.
We
I'm
ain't
just saying,
talking
you guys
about.
thought he was better.
We ain't talking about Sony.
Who
We ain't talking
said
about
that?
Sony. Let's keep it on Sony. We ain't talking about Sony, okay? We ain't gonna talk about Sony. But so Chubb became a top 3 running back in the NFL, and he's been relatively healthy. Like he hasn't been getting hurt, and then all of a sudden he gets this freak injury.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sad to see. I feel like with modern technology now, we can actually get back to 100% because I feel like if it's, I don't know if they came back with the MRI results, but that just looks like a broken leg. A broken leg you can repair 100%. It's just more about like it's like the Paul George. Paul George came back 100%. It's just more about mentally. After breaking your leg on the field, like can you just mentally go on and want to play the sport again? Now that's the toughest hurdle, but I feel like physically he can get back to 100% if he doesn't have any torn ligaments.
Yeah, I mean, I think about Paul George. I think about what happened with Gordon Hayward. Like Gordon Hayward, I don't know. He still hasn't really got back to what he was before that injury. If you ask me, his game really was predicated on athleticism, so he wasn't really a finesse type of player. Paul George is just so skilled that even though it took a few years for him to kind of get back to what he was, like he still went on the court. Is just he was young enough. I feel like he was like 23 when it happened, so I feel like he was young enough to like, okay, it happened to me. I take this year to kind of come back, but he's been great ever since when he's been on the floor. But and maybe it's recency bias, but I was like, damn, I was like that. Excuse me, that might have been the worst one I've seen since what happened with Gordon Hayward a few years back in 2017. But I was like, wow,
Kevin Ware, the Georgia State player. That was the worst.
Oh yeah, remember that. So I was So what's
then Sean Livingston. Sean Livingston actually number one worst one. Kevin Ware second. I think his first name is Kevin. I know his last name.
It's Kevin Ware. You're right. Yeah, it's Kevin Ware.
Okay.
Yeah, that was rough to see. And once again, like injuries are a part of sports, but like I say, you just hate when it's that severe. You rather like a sprained shoulder or like a broken finger, something like that. But like to see someone bend in that way that they're not supposed to bend, is always tough.
Yeah, no, I was a little aggressive. So since we're talking a little bit about basketball, there's like 2 things going on right now. So Buddy Hield wants to get traded out of Indiana. Where do you think he should go? And then also I saw Austin Rivers wants to be a Celtic. What's up with that?
Does the Celtics want Austin Rivers to be a Celtic?
I don't know.
That's the more important question.
It says he spoke with Brad Stevens last week.
Austin Rivers might want to be a Celtic, but the Celtics might not want to have Austin Rivers be a Celtic. So I mean, that's the more important question there.
Yeah, I'll address the Buddy Hield thing first. So I mean, I feel like him and Miles Turner have been attached to trade rumors the last 2 seasons. We thought that Buddy Hield was going to be a Laker. We just thought that was a foregone conclusion. So Austin Rivers wants to be anywhere. He said he dreams of playing with the Heat too. Yeah, I mean he
basically want an NBA contract.
Yeah, he just wants an NBA contract. I get it. I know I forget what show he was on, but I know he was pissed about how it's either you're getting paid the James Harden, Jaylen Brown, that type of money, or it's basically the veteran minimum. Like there's nothing really in between. But it is because I'm like guys like Marcus Smart are kind of in the middle now. The median getting $17-18 million. Grant Williams has got $55 million. So there are mid-level deals. Those are going to be the mid-level deals going forward, which is kind of crazy. But hey, that's just the way the NBA is trending. But I don't know. I mean, I think Buddy Hield, ironically, actually, he would be good down in Miami. I think that he would be awesome down in the Heat uniform. He's better than Duncan Robinson. He's better than most of the guys they have on that team. So I would at least ask about that if I'm them. Since I know they're so hell bent on getting Dame. But yeah, Austin Rivers. I mean, listen, if you're thinking that you're going to get nothing from Payne Pritchard, then sure. I mean, why not take the flyer? It doesn't hurt to have him on the roster. But once again, just like say, oh, like so and so waved so and so. It's like, well, did they wave back? Like I said, you could want to be in Boston, like Shay said, but does Brad and Mike Zarin and Austin Ainge want them on the team? But I guess we'll find out shortly because training camp is coming.
I mean, I will say that would be kind of weird, the Austin Rivers thing, because like he's not even that good anymore. If anything, like
you don't need anymore.
Like, I don't know. Maybe he was a decent role player, but I'm not saying he's like all-star.
Yeah, I mean, what do you? My thing is, what are you asking him? If he was a silent, what are you asking him to come in and do? Like,
that's what I want to know.
Like, are you saying, hey, can you give us 10 to 15 minutes? I think he can do that.
Like Doc Rivers ain't the coach anymore. What's the reason of signing Austin Rivers to the Celtics? Like, he ain't the coach anymore. You don't have to sign his son.
I mean, once again, now if their move is to get rid of Pritchard at some point, and you're saying, hey, he becomes the third guard, then okay, whatever. He's not getting playing time ahead of Brogdon or White. We'll see if because Brogdon apparently there was a report out about him being pissed for the Boston Globe. To that I say, hey, prove it on the court then again. You won $6 million a year. No, I
don't want him on Houston. No.
You'll be the KPJ replacement.
Oh, Jesus.
You guys need a point guard right now.
Why not?
Eamon Thompson, he's there. He's good.
Oh, so he even bigger Van Vliet. They give him all that money. He even bigger.
Well, Van Vliet's a starter, so KPG was going to be the second unit. So now it's Eamon Thompson's time to shine.
Okay, well, I mean, Rivers could go back down, and they could be the Drake twins.
Eamon Thompson needs a mentor. He needs a mentor.
And there you go. Boom, boom. Give him a 1 year, $2 million deal. Go down there, go chill out the Turkey Lake hut. Call it a day. That's all.
Maybe Austin Rivers should go to the Knicks. How about that?
Maybe
get some shooting depth.
Maybe but they should be good to guard. Brunson, quickly. Grimes. They should be good. He's not better than those three. Not right now, anyways. So we'll see. But I'll show you a final roster.
About Buddy Hield, since I never really answered that question. I mean, who else we're going to talk about? The Lakers. Like, the Lakers been rumored to have Buddy Hield since he was on the Kings. So I think now this is the perfect timing. They got all these pieces they got from the free agency. They got some young guys. They can make a trade for Buddy Hield. I can also see the Clippers. Clippers always need some shooting. The thing is, this guy's a 16 a game scorer, and he's a 42% 3-point shooter. Every team needs him.
Yeah.
Players like that are extremely valuable. The Nuggets need them. Every team needs them. So I think Pacers are going to get a good return for Buddy Hield.
Well, before we go into our week 3 picks, I saw one more story in the NBA. Dame Lillard, yet again, apparently Chi-Town's trying to throw their hat in the ring. Do we see Chi-Town as the better option than Miami? Because they actually have decent players. Chicago
Bulls are like the basketball version of the Chicago Bears. They're in limbo. They're horrible. Well, at least the difference between the Chicago Bears is they're not bad enough to get the top pick. So they can't turn their franchise around. But yet they're not good enough to get far. So, like, you got two guys, DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine. Two guys are very similar, can get you 25 plus a game, but also could probably give you 25 plus back on defense because they're not going to play any defense.
Yep.
So you got those two guys on high contracts. You got Vucevic. You got players that are not going to get you over the hump. Lonzo Ball's career might as well be over, or at least he won't be the same player anymore. So you need a point guard. So at this point, you're just like, why not? Even if it's a 1 year rental, why not? We just need something. So we need Dame Lillard. You know that ain't going to do anything either.
Hey, my good brother. How can you say it? How can you say that about Lonzo Ball? Don't you know that he can get up and down out of a chair and he can do one praises? Don't you know that? How could you be that insensitive about Lonzo Ball?
I didn't say his career is over. I just say he ain't Lonzo. He ain't the starting point guard anymore.
No, but listen,
he might as well be Sean Livingston.
He was in the Suns. Yeah. Well, I'll say it. I'll definitively say I think Lonzo Ball is done. Once again,
it's those damn big baller brand shoes. They got him.
Facts. But when they come out, when does Chicago come out in May and June? Once again, the off season for them, and say he's at the earliest, he's not going to be back until January at the earliest. So they're already saying that this man is not where he needs to be. And you're mad about because a national show said it. You're mad because other podcasts are talking about it. Really? Just because you can move up and down out of a chair? That means nothing, brother. I could do that, but I damn sure couldn't.
And the thing was, it wasn't doing it smoothly either. It was kind of struggling with it.
Exactly. The man was still struggling and was talking cash shit. It's like, bro, like he wasn't damaged.
Man's had to be on the ice tub after that video.
Facts. Yeah, exactly. What's that show Kevin Hart did or done?
That one. Yeah,
he needs to be on that. He needs to be on Coldest Balls. But yeah. But to answer your question, Aaron, no. I to me, Chicago doesn't have a better package unless you're saying that Zach LaVine would be involved in the deal. Because I mean, who else would they? I mean, unless they wanted Patrick Williams, but he's coming off injury as well. So they just have a lot of key guys that are injured over there. They're a fringe playoff team, meaning Chicago, just like how Portland's a fringe playoff team in the West, as far as just the playing team. So it really is a lateral move, and that's hard to say about Damian Lillard because his talent is it warrants to be a superstar level or still being deemed a superstar. But it really should be Miami bust at this moment. Once again, I don't think the deal is going to happen. At least not now. I think we'll have to wait until the around the All-Star break. But it really is Miami bust. Like there's no other team that should be really actively looking. The Celtics should be looking at him. Maybe if Brooklyn want to look at it, but I'm like, to me, if he went to Brooklyn, like really you're hype about playing with Mikal Bridges. Once again, credit to Shea. Shea told everyone early on that Bridges, when we started the show, that Bridges was going to be a problem or was a problem. I didn't agree. He's proven me wrong. But to me, that shouldn't be exciting to go to Brooklyn just for that. He's not a guy that's going to change the franchise by you playing with him for another 3 or 4 seasons. Once again, excellent piece. Going to get you 18 a night. Going to play great defense. You need that type of piece, but not someone that you look at and say, okay, he's the guy that's going to take us there. He's the guy that's going to get us in the second round, conference finals, or maybe even NBA finals. So to me, it's really Miami or bust, in my opinion. I'm sick of the story because it literally we've been talking about it since May. It feels like so either Pat Riley needs to pull the trigger or he needs to figure it out, meaning Dame, and do his best to finish his career.
Portland, the thing is still like, why would you want to trade him to Miami? All it could give you is a sack of tissue paper. They don't have anything to trade.
I'm not complaining. I want them to be decimated. All the shit they were talking, I want them to be decimated. They lost a lot of people in the offseason. Lost a lot of people. A lot of people that was on that finals roster. Like once again, I know they the Heat culture and what they bring to the table, but they lost a lot of guys. So I wouldn't mind for them to lose some more people just to get Dame. People that there's guaranteed they go to the finals. Really? But we're just a top heavy team. Not in the East. That's not happening. Not like that. So
no es bueno.
Yeah, no es bueno. Yeah, exactly.
All right, we'll transition a little bit. Everyone keeps talking about these 2-0 teams in the NFL, but I want to know from you guys which 0-2 team is the most in trouble. So we got the Patriots, the Bungles, the Texans, Chargers, and Denver. Broncos country, let's ride. Minnesota, Chicago, Carolina, and I'll just say the Cardinals, but we all know they're tanking. So, and the Cardinals. So I'll go with you, Shay. Which 0-2 team is the most concerning to you?
0-2 team that's most concerning. The Bengals. I mean, because what we already discussed, Joe Burrow, his calf is not looking good. They probably could shut him down. They probably would have to shut him down. So the Bengals are the most troubling because T. Higgins got to get paid. Burrow is looking shaky. So I just feel like the Bengals are the most troubling part. I mean, I could say the Patriots, but you might think I'm being biased not saying the Patriots. But I mean, look, did we really expect the Patriots to be that great? Let's be honest now. We didn't. And Cardinals, they're winning by being 0-2. Like they won by losing against the Giants this past Sunday. And matter of fact, let me take a little audible here. Let me change the topic.
Oh boy.
Which 1-1 team is the most troubling? That is the New York Giants.
You can't say the Rams or the Seahawks. You had to say the Giants.
So you can be two types of people, right? You can say, here's a team that had the biggest comeback in, I guess, Giants history, NFL history. I think Giants history. About
Giants
28
history,
years.
It was since 1949.
Years. Oh, 1949, not 28 years. 1949, much longer, 28 years. 1949. You can be one of those people. Say they had this historic comeback. Or
I'm just glad they won.
You can be the person that says they came back against the Cardinals. The Cardinals with Joshua Dobbs at quarterback.
Well, I mean, from
After
what
getting
Hollywood
spanked
Ray says, he
by the
always says,
Cowboys
"Oh,
week
well,
one.
it's a team on schedule, right?" Because that's what he used to be saying that all the time. for
Oh
the
no,
Pats.
no.
I'm with you. I had jokes galore, and that y'all lost on Sunday, I was ready to under fire.
No, this is the team that I said whoever they're playing, start their defense on fantasy. Start their defense. And you almost lost badly. It took a historic comeback to beat the Cardinals after getting spanked by the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
This team is in more trouble than any 0-2 team in the NFL. This team has the red lights, the emergency lights going on because they paid that quarterback over $40 million a year to wet the bed, to be mediocre, to not be better than Josh Dobbs. Come on, Aaron. They paid that
Justin
guy
Herbert
over
got
$40 million to not be
55
better than Josh
mil, and
Dobbs.
he's not looking so hot. He's 0-2.
No. CP's New York sports. Texans do exist, but Texans are supposed to be bad.
Right.
They want to be bad. They want to get the draft pick.
Right.
Giants. This was on the Giants schedule. No, this was not on the Giants schedule. Historic second half against who? It's not against the Jets defense. It's not against the Buffalo Bills. It's not against the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. It's not against the Philadelphia Eagles and the Georgia Bulldog defense. No, it's against the bad news Cardinals. It's against the Cardinals that are trying to tank to get Caleb Williams to the point Caleb Williams says, I'd rather stay another year to go to Arizona.
Right.
You know what? Cardinals owner, I forgot his name. His name escapes me right now, but he's thanking the Giants because he didn't want to win that game. You guys lost by winning. And they won by losing. They just show like, hey, we're good enough to hang with another NFL team. And then we got the job done by still losing because at the end of the day, we want a number one pick.
And so CP man, listen, you new to the vibes around here. Once again, you got a great thing going over there with the Feeling Blue with Aaron and what you're doing. Your network talking about the Knicks and Rangers. This is what we do. We'll give credit every now and then, but we're not going to sit here and praise the G-men. This is
How
not
we going to praise a team that beat the Cardinals from behind.
We're going to do CP. That's not happening. So if you want to say we're the Stephen A's of the show, that's fine because we're not going to sit here and give credit to a team that they should have blew out by 40.
The Cardinals.
That's what happened. Once again, hey, Daniel Jones. Bravo! Oh, you look like Phil Simms out there on Sunday in the second half. Way to go!
That's it. I'm leaving TMS and going to Feeling
Jeff
Blue.
Blake 2.0. Jeff, for those who don't remember, Jeff Blake used to play. He was a quarterback for the Cardinals back in the day. You got Jeff Blake 2.0 and Josh Dobbs. It's like, come on, man, come on. I mean, hey, listen, bravo! Hey, listen, you won the game. That is once again, it is hard to win the NFL. So hey, a win is a win. But
even the Cardinals,
yeah,
we probably will lose to the Georgia Bulldogs. To be honest,
I feel you. I honestly, if we were down, we mean New England, if we were down 28-0, I'm not even sure we come back. And that's what's wild. And I'll get into that in a minute. But
whoa. Okay.
not, I'm saying
cap
this particular
Cut-
team.
No. If the Giants can do it, anyone can.
If the Giants,
This is the Patriots with Bill Belichick,
Mac
who's
Jones
used to coming back from big leads. Oh
Mac
no!
Jones is not
Don't
having
tell
this
me
moment.
that you think this Giants offense is better than the Patriots offense. Our offense is trash. I'll be the first.
Okay,
I know,
okay,
Brian,
okay,
Brian
no
Dable
way.
came
The
in second
Giants
half
offense
calling the
is better.
plays. We scored 31 points with Brian Dable as our coordinator.
No, listen, no, but not we'll keep
No.
all that. We'll keep all that for the Giants stuff. But I'll speak about the New England being 0-2 for a minute. I don't know where the first win comes from, and like I said, we'll get into that shortly. I don't know where the first win comes from because right now it's a bunch of almost do this, almost getting a first down, almost getting a touchdown, almost getting a win. I talked about this on another show I do. I was like, Brandy told us that almost doesn't count. I'm sick of hearing almost. I just want to win games. I don't care how it happens. I don't care.
I'm just saying, Rayshawn.
You said what?
You say you don't know where the first win comes from, but yet we're playing Zach Wilson next week, and you don't know where the first win comes from.
No, I'm not worried about Zach Wilson. I'm worried about the defense. I'm not worried about Zach Wilson. I'm worried about the defense.
I mean,
Zach
Dak
Wilson's going to
Prescott
score for us. He's
straight
just going to
below.
throw to the other team, to Christian Gonzalez, and we're going to get the pick six. I mean, he's going to do the work for us.
Well,
We don't need our offensive scorers. Zach Wilson will help us score.
I sure hope so. Because once again, that offensive line they can't block to save their lives. They can't block. The offensive line sucks. You can't run the ball. No receivers can get open. The receiver that can get open, you sit him on the bench because he fumbled once. Like there's so much stuff they got to get better on. So
I don't think Mac Jones is bad. I think Mac Jones is. Oh, I know. I don't think Mac Jones is bad.
Yeah, he's not.
It was like Rayshawn said, like no offensive line,
yeah,
and no receivers could gain separation. But the thing is, Mac Jones isn't
when
bad.
it's the Giants, you guys will attack me when I'm literally telling you guys.
Oh no, he's definitely better than Daniel Jones.
And you guys are like, "Oh,
let's get that out the way there."
Let's not say things
He's
we don't
definitely
mean.
better than Daniel Jones.
Roll
Let's get
it
that out
out
the way
there.
there. But what I'm about to say, Mac Jones ain't bad, but he's
not great either.
It's just that, he's not great. And the thing is, like, he's an archaic quarterback. Why are we still getting immobile, unathletic quarterbacks in 2023? So we have no offensive line. But the thing is, if the quarterback was a little bit more mobile, then he will be able to escape pass rushers. But he can't because he can't move. So you have that, but also you don't have you got receivers. You're sounding receivers like we still have Brady at quarterback. Like Brady can make these receivers better. Your best receiver is Kendrick Bourne. It's not Juju Smith-Schuster. It's Kendrick Bourne. That's your best receiver.
Yep.
He'll be a number
Kind of
3
using
receiver
him,
on
though.
most teams.
There's so
Aaron?
once again, like I said, there's so many things that are wrong. Like we could be here another hour talking about stuff that's wrong with this team, man. Like it is really to see it unfold in the first 2 games. You're like, wow, like okay. Like and granted, they'll do enough to stay in. They'll do enough to stay in it. Once again, the defense has been fine. Defense has been fine. They've made stops when they needed to. But last week, Gonzalez gets the pick on Hill, right? And you're like, okay, here we go. Like they basically shut down Tyreek Hill. 5 catches, 40 yards. That's shutting down Tyreek Hill, in my opinion. Literally the next series, it's incomplete pass, a sack. I think another incomplete pass, a 3-and-out, just like that, and the momentum's gone. They come right back down. Raheem Mostert out there looking like prime Curtis Martin, and scores a touchdown. So I'm just like, what is going on? Like, it's too much. It's too much. So
We have zero playmakers on offense.
I can't side with you on that one. If we're down by 20, that team is not coming back. I'm sorry. I don't care who was it.
Against the Cardinals, of course we could come back. I mean, but then again, we wouldn't be down so bad against the Cardinals. And look, let me be glass half full for this one. So we played the Eagles and we played the Dolphins.
Mhm.
Those are 2 teams that would have 2 of the best records in the NFL.
Yes.
So we started with two of the best teams in the NFL already. Let's play some of the cupcakes first, like the Giants, and then we'll see
So even
how good we really are.
If that's the case, the cupcake. If we say the cupcake of the Giants, that's not till week 12. So we gotta wait till week 12 to
No,
face.
I meant let's play some of the cupcake teams like the Giants play, like the Cardinals, and see how we fare against them. Because Lord knows we ain't being down 27-0, 28-0, whatever it was, for a historic comeback.
I don't know.
I mean, look, I'm not like the ordinary Patriots fan.
They're not good. They're not a good team.
I'm not like the ordinary. I'm not spoiled. Look, a lot of these Patriots fans got spoiled by Brady's success. Look, you know what? I'm enjoying the build. I'm enjoying the ride because I can tell people now. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm born in Massachusetts, but I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. People always thought I was a Patriot fan because of bandwagon, and I kept telling people I was a Patriot fan before I even knew Brady exists. So now I can proudly tell people I'm a Patriots fan, and they know I'm not bandwagon because the team is ass.
I can tell people about Drew Bledsoe and Ben Coates and Curtis Martin and Young Tyler. That's great.
I can say that.
Kyle Brady.
They still don't believe me.
Well, no, I'm talking about late 90s. I'm talking Kyle Brady came.
Oh, we're doing that. Oh, okay.
But my thing is, it's like, yo, that's fine. But like I said, I've been up here. I mean, I came back down to Miami, then I came back up. But it's just like my thing is, I'm not, and I've said this on the show religiously, and I'll say it again. I'm not in my mind thinking, oh, it's Super Bowl or bust. I'm not. That's insane to even have that mindset. My thing is, can you be in contention? And once again, you're right, Shay. We were spoiled. You know why? Because outside of the Cam Newton year, and then obviously now with Mac, the last 25 years before than prior, we either had Drew Bledsoe or Tom Brady at quarterback. So Drew Bledsoe made Pro Bowls. He made the Super Bowl. He's the reason why we got to the first Super Bowl, because when Brady got hurt against Pittsburgh, he won that game, got us to face the Rams. Then obviously, Brady wins his sixth year. So that's where people's minds is like, wait a minute, we've seen greatness for a quarter of a century. Of course, fans are going to feel that way, and they should. You should not want to be a part of mediocrity. You should want to win. I'm not happy with 0-2. I don't care who they face. I'm not happy with 0-2. You have to win your next two to even be 500. And I'm like, they're not beating Dallas. They're not. The way the Dallas is playing right now, they're not beating Dallas. So you better be New York come Sunday. You better be New York. Because if not, you're going 0-4.
All right. Well, I've avoided it enough. Let's get into our week 3 picks. Obviously, we all know who Thursday night is. It's Giants, Niners. Obviously, you two have the Niners.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You say it, Aaron.
No.
49ers. Cut it out. 49ers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even need to say he already.
Yeah, that's what. Brock Star got them. The defense is playing well. McCaffrey.
Should I start Brock Purdy over Justin Fields for this? Should I? I got Brock Purdy.
I don't know. Brandon Ayuk, I don't think is playing or he's a game time.
McCaffrey, 23 is all they need back there. He's going to work.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So he's back to what he was in Carolina early on.
Yeah, he is slicing through defenders like he's a hot knife through butter.
Yep.
Especially against the Rams. Oh my God, he's going through that 2-hole like it was his job.
Yep. So
I don't know too much about betting lines, but I get the point differential between the 49ers and Giants, just take the over. Super over, because it's gonna be a blowout. Matter of fact, it's just gonna be another boring Thursday night game that's gonna be.
I wouldn't say over. I would say over only because the Thursday night games are usually because of the short week is usually especially early on, the games are usually shitty. So like San Francisco should win, but it'd be like 24 to like 17, not 38 to.
Do you really believe the Giants can put up 17 points against the 49ers?
I think in a short week, sure. They'll lose, but it'll be in a short week, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Short week. Yep. They're not going to win the game.
I wouldn't bet on that. I wouldn't bet on
that. I wouldn't bet.
I'll take the under on that one. I'll take the under.
All right. Well, let's go into the Sunday games before we keep ragging on the Giants. All right. We have for the 1 o'clock, Colts Ravens. I'm guessing this is a 1-2-3.
I mean, yeah. Anthony Richardson ain't playing probably.
That's what I want to
Ravens.
talk about. Somebody got to get in his ear because what the fuck is going on? Like,
He wants to be like RG&E.
yeah,
He
but
wants to take
It's
those
already
hits.
like two games
dude,
in.
like, dude, you got taken number 4, not to be the next, Ryan Leaf. What are we doing? Like, stop taking those type of hits. Learn to slide, get out of fucking bounds. So we can see you play. Like, I think he's going to be a heck of a player. But I'm like, what are we 6-10 last week for 56 yards? Now, I'm sure the locker room is thinking, well, we got a better chance right now regarding Minshew because they do, because he's someone that's been in the league for a while. But I'm like, I'd rather see, Anthony Richardson out there, learn to play the position. So I don't know, but yeah, I mean, listen, Baltimore, they seem to be getting back to what they were, so they should be 3-0 after Sunday.
Yeah, so Anthony Richardson looks like a tight end, runs like a wide receiver. Doesn't mean he should play like one.
Right.
Like the fact that first game in, Trevor Lawrence said you had to protect yourself on national TV. And Trevor Lawrence still hasn't even been in the league that long, but even he says, like, bro, you're wilding right now. You are wilding. Like,
crazy.
That's a problem. But like, yeah, Anthony Richardson, like what CP New York Sports says, I don't want to say he's the best rookie quarterback in the class. I still think that's Bryce Young, but it's
really
like
the guy who
Allen.
couldn't be under center or know where the center was.
He has zero offensive. Well, I mean, he's had zero offensive line. But the thing with Anthony Richardson is, I don't think he's the best one, but I think he's the most naturally talented, easily highest potential. And from what it looks like, he might reach it if he don't get hurt first. But I think right now it's either Stroud. No, I'll give that to Stroud. Stroud is the most polished right now, but Richardson can easily be the best with all the talent he has.
Well, speaking of CJ Stroud, Texans Jaguars, is that going to be a close one? Because CJ Stroud is doing better than Bryce Young.
He threw for 384 Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean he looked better than I thought he was going to be. I'll tell you that. Maybe he flies under the radar out there, and has a really good rookie season. But but I agree. Like Jacksonville should win. So yeah, 1-3.
Yeah, Jags.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next one. We have the Tennessee Titans against the toucher Deshaun Watson's Browns.
I'm going with Tennessee. Shay, I was telling you, Deshaun Watson's not all the way back yet. He's not. He's not the guy that he was before the injuries. I know we talked about maybe the rust falling off. He's not there yet. I'm rocking with Tennessee. Tennessee got this one.
Yeah, the thing is, like, what people don't think about, like, these are professional athletes. Everybody's amazing. So if you're 2 years removed from playing professional football, it's hard to come back to where you were. So yeah, I gotta go with Tennessee also because, as we mentioned, Nick Chubb, his season is done, so they don't really have their best player on offense right now. So gotta go with Tennessee.
I'm gonna go with the Brownies just because I think with the Kareem Hunt signing, we'll give him some life.
You give him a little kick.
Yeah, just a little. We got another 1:00 game.
That's sick.
Broncos country, let's ride against Tyreek Hill's Miami Dolphins.
Oh, this is a 1-2-3.
Broncos country, let's lose.
Yeah. But honestly, wait. Quick aside, they got robbed Sunday. Yeah. Now, granted, they shouldn't have blew an 18-point lead. So let me put that out as a caveat. But that was a PI at the end of the game. It doesn't matter that it was at the end of the game. You got to call that because that was like that was a pass interference. Like you cannot. He literally hugged that dude to bring him to the ground. So but yeah, they're going to go 0-3, and Sean Payton's going to give probably a great press conference.
I wish I could have saw it, but NFL Red Zone didn't show it.
Oh, come on, Scott Hansen, what you doing?
Wow, that's the point of the show. It's called
right, exactly.
We're not gonna show that.
It said it went over the restricted time, so they can't show it.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. We also got so it's Patriots Jets. We kind of already talking about it. So our Patriots getting the first win. or the Jets
Man,
getting their second?
ain't no way I'm picking the Jets over the Patriots. I'm not even going to go with straight analysis. Actually, no. If they had Aaron Rodgers, I would pick the Jets. But yeah, they got Zach Wilson. I know that defense is still crazy, but Zach Wilson's crazy with the picks, so I got to go with New England Patriots.
Begrudgingly picking New England, but it's unfortunately it's going to be closer than it should be. Unfortunately, because they're not going to play the way they need to play. He does suck, but once again, their defense doesn't, and that's going to keep them in the game.
But Patriots defense don't suck either, so
yeah,
it's the battle of good defenses versus anemic offenses.
Once again, they just let Raheem Mostert go for 120. So if they actually run the ball and give it to Breece Hall,
at least we got a good pass defense. So at least we got that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So,
I mean, like, look, they don't give the ball to Breece Hall anyways. Like you saw what Breece Hall said.
Yeah, yeah. I'd have been mad too. He went wrong.
4 touches, but
I don't think the Patriots go 0-3. That's the first time they've done it since Bill Belichick's first year as the Patriots head coach. I don't think that's happening.
Somebody need to pull a Mo Lewis. And ironically, that's what happened, right? It was week 3 and 0-1 as well. So ironically, CJ Mosley, do your thing. You're number 57. Do your thing.
So I saw a comment with Breece Hall. It said he gave the selfish 2K my player answer, where you have negative 15 team chemistry plus 5,000 fans. He literally gave that answer. The selfish answer. When you select the.
He wasn't wrong.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, like that.
Well,
you gotta have a balance.
Well, we got Shay's second favorite team, the Washington Commanders. 2-0 against
my favorite team. That's funny. That's
against
good one. Good
against
one.
Circle the Wagon Buffalo. So is this a 1-2-3 Buffalo, or is Eric the enemy head coach?
They bounced back. I like what Bieniemy is doing with Sam Howell, but Buffalo should win this game. But
I like Sam Howell. Sam Howell eats nothing but chicken. I can respect the man that eats nothing but chicken, but I'm going with the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, they had a great bounce back game, so they should win on Sunday.
Why does this feel like a trap game for me? Where I feel like the Commanders are going to win this. I just have a feeling. I don't know why.
I wouldn't be surprised. Once again, Eric Bieniemy has Sam Howell looking like as you say, Aaron. He's not. What's the word you say? Jag. He's not looking like a Jag right now. So the fact that he look like he's better than the Jag is crazy to me.
I'm not even just sure if it's just Eric Bieniemy. I just think Sam Howell is actually legit. I just think he's actually a good quarterback.
I didn't see that coming in.
How did they have Heineke play last year? That's what I'm wondering. When they had that guy in their team. Yeah.
Ron Rivera.
This is also a guy who didn't know he was going to make a playoff berth if he won a game. I think that was last year, right?
Yeah, he outdid your boy Brady though. A couple years ago, they lost. He played a hell of a game against Tom a few years ago in the playoffs. I want Tom.
All right, we got an undefeated Falcons team here, 2-0. Bijan's carrying this team. Yeah. They're in Detroit against Jared Goff. Do the Falcons go 3-0?
Yeah. They did something that they don't usually do because they were down 24-12 at one point, and they came back.
They did a reverse Falcons.
I was like, wow. I said, what do you know? I said, they came back and won that game. When I saw that, I said, wait, they won 25-24? I said, okay. Because once again, they literally did what they said. Take the ball to Desmond Ridder's hand, give it to Bijan Robinson. So that's what they've done. Wow. Lions by 17. That's crazy. We'll see, but I'm riding with Atlanta. I think Atlanta wins that game.
Well, look, here's one prediction I got right. I said Falcons would be a very good team this year because I said that running game looks good. And Desmond Ridder, while he's not spectacular, one thing Desmond Ridder doesn't do is commit turnovers.
Right.
I think that one interception was like the first interception he's had. What was in his NFL career? He doesn't commit turnovers. And if you have a running team, you don't need a quarterback that's going to be lights out. You just need a quarterback that's not going to make mistakes. So that's what they're doing, riding the shit. Say it again.
I say he's becoming their Tannehill down there.
Yeah, that's basically what he is. Arthur Smith as the coach too. Like that's basically what he wanted Ritter to be.
Tennessee south, or further south.
Yeah.
Tennessee. Yep. So yep.
And you know what? A lot of teams go away from this, but an easy way to win games is if you have a dominant run game. That's how Tennessee did it. You might not go to the Super Bowl, but you can get to the playoffs with that. You don't need a good quarterback. You just need a quarterback that doesn't make mistakes. As long as it's not Zach Wilson bad, you just need a quarterback to not make mistakes, and that's it.
And for anybody that's new here, Shea has never gone with the Falcons. Yeah, I think the only time he did was that comeback win they did against Minnesota. What was it, 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago. And you're like, oh, yeah, I got the Falcons. It was a new head coach. Who was that?
This is the
interim.
Yeah.
Was it Raheem Morris?
Raheem Morris. Yeah.
Yes, that's the only time Shea's ever picked the Falcons. He will never pick them. And this is a very interesting right here that you're picking up.
Yeah. Easy gambling tip here. But like I said, I'm not a gambler, so don't blame me if you lose money. Is if a team fires their head coach and they're playing the next week.
Yep.
And they're not playing some super dominant team like the Chiefs or something. They most likely are going to win because the players are fired up and they want to impress the next guy.
Yep, they become inspired all of a sudden.
Let's see. Where did that? So all right, so
that's
we got
an easy pick.
So I actually got the Lions in this one. I think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to go off. He's by himself now. There's Craig Reynolds, but I feel like Jahmyr Gibbs are finally going to unleash him.
I got him on my fantasy team.
Gotta go in the ball.
Yeah, but I say Falcons are going to win this. But CP's New York Sports says, can y'all tell me a Lions team weakness? I still can't see one even when they lost that shootout last week. Now the injuries are a different story. Well,
so CP, the weakness is at the Detroit, brother.
Yeah, and the Detroit.
I mean, that's a plain answer, but that's just what it is. Like they have always been a team that whenever you think they're going to be something to write about or something to write home about, they give you a reason to remember why they haven't done something since they had Bobby Lane. Obviously Barry Sanders, other guys, I'm saying, but Bobby Lane's when they won a championship years ago, they haven't had much since, and that's just what they do. So it doesn't matter whether it's Thanksgiving, it doesn't matter if it's preseason, whatever. Like they would just fold. And there's been great talent there, but they just find a way. Once again, top 5 offense last year, they did really well. Exactly. The Jets of the NFC. Yep. Pretty much.
Yeah. The problem, like just to add to what Rayshawn said, problem they're a young team, so when they have a lead, they just don't know what to do with it, and it's just that they could score a lot of points, but they're also going to give a lot back. They're a fun team to watch, but that's not a team that's sustainable on winning the way they're playing. But they're a very fun team to watch offensively. Just
and
they give a lot back.
And to add on to this, and this happened years ago on Thanksgiving, but I remember this is just a perfect example of Detroit being Detroit, right? The Patriots that came down at Thanksgiving, I want to say it was 2010, and they were actually giving it to New England. Like they were up, I think 20-10, something like that. And they were chirping, right? And rightfully so. You're facing Tom Brady. It's Thanksgiving, everyone's hyped up, everyone's watching you. And I think the final score was 49-27.
Oh, is that the one where Brady was eating the turkey leg?
Yeah, the guy was chirping, and once again, it was just like, so that's just a perfect example. Like whenever you think, oh yeah, they're gonna, oh man, like they've showed a lot of promise. Nope. So I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen now, but I mean, like I said, they'll do enough to keep pique the interest. But they're not gonna do much by season's end.
Interesting. So let's see. We got another one here. So the Saints against the Packers. Now, Derek Carr when he was with the Raiders, he was like 7 for 51 when they score under than 20 points, and he's 2-0 right now with the Saints, scoring under 20 points. So,
what I say about Derek Carr? He's mid.
Yeah,
he is mid. Like, did you watch that game?
I did.
That was the most mid performance I've seen. Like, I thought Derek Carr would be better than this. Like what's going on? Like, yeah, they won. Like, yeah, they won. But I mean, it's the Panthers. they should have won more. Okay. I won't go that far. I won't go that far. Joshua Dobbs ain't worse than Zach Wilson. I won't even go that far.
That's no way.
I don't know. Okay, you
Was
might
he a
have something
two-seed?
personal against Derek Carr if
Yeah,
you're saying that.
unless maybe Derek Carr ruined his fantasy.
You might have
season,
something
but,
personal if you're saying
yeah,
that. That's fighting words that right there.
But
Might,
I'm picking Green Bay, but not because.
might as well said something about his mama at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm riding with the Packers. I mean, I know they obviously they lost last weekend, but I feel like they're still missing their two most important players on offense, and that's Aaron Jones and Christian Watson. I don't know if they're coming back this week, but I feel like when they get those two guys back, they'll start to click even more. Jordan Love has impressed me. He definitely looked better than I thought he was going to look. Obviously, as more tape is on him, he'll look a little more. Maybe come back, a little regression to the means, but yeah, Green Bay should win this one.
Yeah, I gotta go with the Packers and CP New York Sports X, who wins the NFC North. I don't know that division is looking pretty ugly right now. I gotta say the Vikings. They're 0-2 right now. Like that division is ugly.
It should be Minnesota. It should be, but once again, what should happen and what will happen is two different things. So
it's almost as if like
division to lead though.
It's almost like the NFC
South
is, as well. It's like who's going to win that one?
I mean, I can't believe that I lucked into that Tampa pick. I can't believe that's who won.
Oh my god!
I can't believe it.
We'll be talking about them soon. They're playing Monday night, so
yeah. I'm like,
but the last 1 o'clock game is coincidentally Chargers Vikings, both 0-2. So I mean, Justin Herbert getting that.
That's the 1, 2, 3 to you.
Wow. Okay. What's the 1, 2, 3? What's the okay?
I mean,
Chargers.
With that being said, I have Vikings playing NFC North. They're not being the Chargers.
So you got the winning division going 0-3.
Crazier things have happened.
Who's in that division?
I know, but so in other words, so you got 9 wins winning that division. That's what would have to happen if that's the case.
This is going to be what division was so terrible last year? I forgot. Wasn't it the Giants division?
No,
it was so terrible last year.
Why always gotta go against the Giants? It was not.
No, I'm just saying. Like, what division was so terrible?
It was still the South. It was the NFC South.
Okay. You know what? I guess since I had the Vikings win that division, I'll go with the Vikings. I don't know. I'll go with the Vikings, but yeah,
it's like CPNY Sports. Looks like CPNY Sports changed Shay's tune.
Wait, time out.
No.
We can't. So we can't sit here. Herbert is a problem. He's not the issue.
Yeah, he's got all his weapons and he can't do anything.
It's that damn coach. But what do I always say, Aaron, about LA, about the Chargers? What do I always say? On paper, they should beat most teams. When you got Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Austin Eckler, Derwin James, when you got them guys on, they got plenty of guys that can go to work. What happens is we're not even in, we're about to get to week 3. Austin Eckler already out. Some other kid already out. Like, so it's just like it always happens. Like they're literally snake bitten by injuries every single season. Like it's unbelievable. So sure, but like I said, to me, I don't think they believe that. They don't believe in Brandon Staley, and they shouldn't. After what happened against the Jaguars last year, that man should not be able to get off the plane.
Hey, he said that there's no bad juju with all that because of what happened in that first round. All right, it's nothing to do with the 0-2 record they have. They're not seeing ghosts.
He's smoking dope. He's smoking dope. If you don't think that's lingered over, and if he doesn't think that he lost that locker room, he's out of his mind.
What's wrong with that fitness staff though? Like, because they always have players hurt every single season, so like there has to be something with the staff now at this point. Because some
HGH do something. I don't know.
Maybe they should hire Sean Merriman.
Yeah,
give him some nice HGH.
Yeah, look,
get him going.
Hey, that's my guy. When I'm like, that's I don't know, but yeah. Maybe he should help train him too. Because I know he has that MMA stuff too, but I don't know. That's wild. But we'll see. But I think they find a way to win Sunday.
Okay. All right. On to the 4 o'clock games. Panthers against the Seahawks.
That's a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I got Seahawks in that.
Yeah, Seattle. Yeah,
That's a no-brainer.
They found a way to right the ship last week. I'm like, yeah, they'll be 2-1 come Sunday.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, this one's also another 1, 2, 3. It's Cowboys versus the Cardinals.
Oh,
I mean,
once
this ain't the
that's
Giants
a-
now. But wait, what's with all these Giants fans in the comments section now? Like,
because I'm
Hey,
getting
we gotta
popular
chill
now,
with that.
Shay. I'm getting popular
we
now.
gotta
all right?
chill with
I'm
that.
getting
What's wrong
too
with
good
Giants?
for this.
Nah.
I'm
I
getting
don't-
too good for this
Rico 2.0.
podcast.
Nah.
No, but with the caveat, once again, obviously Dallas should and will win this game Sunday. But as we know, with Dallas, whenever the expectations heighten, we know they start to fold. So once again, they should win this game, but we know the expectations.
Come on, Rayshawn. This is the Cardinals. This ain't the Giants here now. This is not going to be competitive. This is going to be a straight up blowout. I mean, yeah. I get what you're saying with the Cowboys, but come on, this is the Cardinals.
Hey, both statements that what you said and what I said is right. Whatever could go wrong will. Is that simple? So
Since two giant goofballs here, I just want to take it back to my rant from earlier. Like, you probably missed it, but like I said, you might say it's a historic comeback. Some people might say it's a historic comeback. I say you came back against the worst team in the NFL, bar none. You came back from 27, 28, or whatever it was against the worst NFL team. Does that say to me this team is good? No, that says to me this team is bad. It's bad. It's very, very bad.
If Zach Wilson's dice the Patriots up, I can't wait until the next TMS Live and dice up Shays or CP. Anyway,
no, he's just gonna throw the ball to Christian Gonzalez all day. That's what's gonna happen. Christian Gonzalez gonna score some touchdowns. The other guy that looks like Christian Gonzalez, I forgot his name. He's gonna score some touchdowns too. We got it. Kyle Duggar's gonna score some touchdowns.
Two giant goofballs. So we didn't play the Texans.
Texans are better than the Cardinals at this point.
No,
Cardinals. Okay, so these are the worst NFL teams. You got the Texans, you got air, you got dirt, you got sheetrock, you got crater, then you got the Cardinals, and then the Giants are like right there too.
This is why Giants people are coming on, Shay. They're hearing your rants from the woodwork.
That's cool. Hey, come on down. Keep watching. There's more where it came from.
How does it feel to spend $40 million on the quarterback?
Two Giants
on the
goofballs.
same
Shay
level
is
as Josh
not
Dobbs?
a Cowboys fan. He is a
Oh,
Patriots
definitely
fan. He
not.
is definitely not a
Definitely not.
Cowgirls fan.
Ugh.
Absolutely not.
Usually, I would pick anything but the Cowboys as well, but I mean, Cowboys are good, so I can't just say like, oh no, they're going to lose to the Cardinals. We know that's not going to happen.
Well, let's see. We got the last 425 game is Bears Chiefs, and from a fantasy perspective, if you have the Chiefs defense, start them against Justin Fields, or if they're still out there, pick them up.
Negative points. When they get negative points.
I mean, they just held Jacksonville to 9 on Sunday.
And Jacksonville should have won that game.
Yeah.
Watch one of these games. Justin Fields will look like the quarterback. One of these games, Justin Fields will look like the quarterback he was supposed to. One of these games.
Evan Drummond any better this season?
We don't talk about Evan Ingram. I don't know if you're new here. But we're not talking about Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram is from my town in Powder Springs, Georgia.
You feel me?
He's from the rival high school.
On this show, okay? On TMS, we rock with Evan Ingram, okay?
So there's 3 players you don't talk bad about, okay? You don't talk bad about Kenyon Drake, Isaac Okoro, and Evan Ingram. You don't talk bad about any 3 of those players, okay?
Yeah.
I do it all the time. So
hey, Evan Ingram's a top 10 tight end. I don't care what y'all say. He just had Daniel Jones throw it to him. That's why he was dropping. Now we got Trevor Lawrence throwing to him, and now he's a top 10 tight end. Is that a coincidence? I think not.
Ingram wasn't us problem, not an Ingram problem. Not an Ingram problem. Sorry. Sure. Either way, he's doing work in Jacksonville. It is what it is. So Duval got him rocking and ready to roll, baby. So yeah, but no, yeah. So yeah, none of that slander for Evan Ingram on the show. Okay?
That's my job.
Yeah,
No, no.
you know?
Okay, so apparently it was a 1-2-3 Chiefs over the Bears.
Yeah, easily.
Honestly. I'm just making sure,
Well,
just
listen,
because.
honestly, if Kelsey's back to being healthy, like this they might win by 40. Like that's not an exaggeration. Like it's now the rest of the receiver core is not that good, obviously. But I mean, damn, like it's not. It's a joke. It's a joke how bad Chicago was looked. So like
It was my understanding they were going to be a playoff team and win the division because of all the signings they had.
Well, that's
was my
what
understanding.
That's what people said. But hey,
Hey.
listen, once again,
That,
piece of hype means nothing. And once again,
that was my one chance at a hot take. Never again.
Yeah, you can make all the predictions you want. Once again, that's why we do this. So it's fun to make the predictions and who we project to be a certain player.
Made me look like a fool out here.
Yeah.
It made me look like a fool.
For real. But yeah, listen, Kansas City should go crazy. So
They gotta let Fields be Fields.
really
like
do.
Tuchel
Oh no, yeah,
said.
They really do.
early in the show, we talked about it. You know, if he's going, you know, you gotta let him use his legs, but maybe they want him to be a pocket passer because eventually you do have to be that to win. Yes, and the 2021 Patriots are a perfect example. Sign all them damn people, and then got beat by 30 in the playoffs by the Buffalo. It's the
I mean,
on me.
hey, Justin Fields was just speaking real. He was just telling you like it is. Like, do you want him to sugarcoat it? No, it's the coach. Why are you throwing a screen pass when you go to length of the field? Like, it's the coach. He just telling you like it is.
Who was that coach for the Niners years ago that got on Vernon Davis?
Mike Singletary, baby.
Sorry.
Oh, famer.
Hey, maybe Matt Eberflus comes up next week and says, can't win with him.
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
Can't coach with him. And then benches Justin Fields. Like can't win with him. Can't coach him. You know, he quit on the team. That'd be crazy.
Ed Reed had the best quote when he was playing in Miami during the end of his career. I forgot who was the coach at that time. When they asked him about the game, he just said, "We just got outcoached." Like a player saying that we just got outcoached is funny.
Yeah, but one thing I wish more players.
And he got cut the next day.
Yeah, but I wish more players would say that because I'm like that's actually the fact. Like you got out coached. Sometimes you get outplayed for sure because you know players have to play. But there's sometimes literally you get out schemed. That's happened. It happens to everybody in the league. Everybody, whether you're good or bad. So
let's see. Moving on to the 8:20 game. Speaking of that, so Mr. Jones, is still not going in the Raiders facility. Surprised he hasn't been traded to the Patriots already. So the Raiders going up against the Steel City Steelers. What do we got in that one? That's gonna be an interesting one.
Too bad it's not 1975 because it would be a knock 'em down, drag 'em out type game. It's a little more evenly matched, I think people think, but I mean, after what I saw last week, I'm riding with Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh gets this one. Like Vegas is just not, they're just not that good.
It's Josh McDaniels. He's won Super Bowls as the O coordinator.
So
got Jimmy G.
Stop right there. What you just say? You said as what?
As an O coordinator with Jimmy G.
Right. So as a coordinator, he's decent. Well, I call him Jesse Josh, but as a head coach, that he's not a leader of men. He's not. He's just not. Josh Jacobs.
John Goofball says Josh Jacobs aiming to improve his performance last week and get 1 yard.
I mean, I'm a Josh Jacobs fan. I think that he's a heck of a talent. But once again, it doesn't matter if it was Charlie Garner back there. It doesn't matter if it was Charles Woodson. It don't matter if it's Jerry Porter, Tim Brown. Don't matter. They ain't winning Sunday.
And two giant goofballs. We have a thing here with Tim Tebow. He doesn't have the Tebow magic in LV, so we go Tebow.
Whoa!
Yeah, he doesn't have that Tebow magic. That's for sure.
He doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go with the Steelers because I don't know. I feel bad for Devontae Adams. We all thought he was going to be good going over there. He had Derek Carr. I mean, Jimmy G looks like he has pretty good chemistry with them, but I got Steel City in this one.
What's with these mid teams being on national TV? That's just what I have a problem with. Well, why is Steelers on national TV back-to-back weeks?
People still gonna watch.
I
Look at
gotta
that.
go with the Steelers. This is
So this is what Mm-hmm.
All right, now so there's 2 Monday Night Football games. I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know. I feel like this is weird. And they're like an
that's why I
hour
missed the
apart.
Chubb injury because I was watching
Yeah,
the
they're
other
like
game.
an hour apart from each other too. So it's so weird.
That's
so the
why I
first
missed the Chubb
one,
injury.
yeah, the first one is Eagles Buccaneers. That's at 7:15.
That's
Who we got in that one?
That's a 1, 2, 3.
Oh, is it though? I mean, apparently Baker Mayfield's resurrecting this
I mean,
Buccaneers.
hey,
That's what I keep hearing.
Uno
Yeah,
dos tres.
it's a 1, 2, 3
Oh,
Philadelphia.
that absolutely is.
I want to say this though, because I said this last time on a different platform, but yo, we have to start. I don't know where we rank Mike Evans, but this man he's got to be first ballot Hall of Famer.
Longevity too.
It doesn't matter who's there at quarterback. This man he produces. He had 6 for 170 on Sunday. Like it doesn't matter who's there. The man he gets open. He catches the ball. He scores. Like it just doesn't matter. Whatever. Like remember there used to be a thing between him and DeAndre. He passed DeAndre Hopkins in my opinion. I'm sorry. I'll take Mike Evans over DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, all day.
And any day, all day, every day, twice on Sunday. Like that to me, I think he needs to get out of Tampa Bay because they're not going to win much. I don't know where he goes. But
I say he's going to Kansas City. There's no way Pat Mahomes is still going to be content with Richie James and young Joka. I think they're going to find a way to get him to Kansas City.
As much as you hate when the best teams get good players, the fact that you said that is disgusting.
I'm just saying that's going to happen. You know damn well Pat Mahomes can be like, get me this man, and they're going to do it.
That'd be ridiculous. D-Hop always gets
giant goofballs. D-Hop always go the credit for succeeding with crap QBs, yet this man has done it with some really bad ones.
He did. He definitely did. That's not wrong. I'm just saying I'm out now. Just now, the numbers that we now have, the eye test, whatever you want to call it, Mike Evans has surpassed DeAndre Hopkins. And once again, I did that. They were in the same class, if I'm not mistaken. They came out in 2014. It doesn't matter who's been there. He's been the man from day one, and I love his game, and I feel like the man's a first ballot Hall of Famer in my opinion. Champion. He might be top 10 in a lot of categories by the time he's done.
Interesting. Well, the last one is at 8:15, which is weird. So Rams Bungles.
Super Bowl rematch.
I don't think it's gonna be like the Super Bowl, but
another mid. Well, I guess this
well,
one
now
Burrow is going to be.
People aren't healthy, that's why it's mid. But
I go with the Rams on this one. Bengals got too many questions that I don't think will be answered on Monday night, so I'm going with the Rams. I'm not even sure that's even an upset at this point with the way the Bengals are looking.
I would consider an upset because that Rams team is trash.
Well,
they
got Cooper Kupp reincarnated in a Hawaiian wide receiver. I think he's Hawaiian.
Yeah, I mean that. What's it? How you say it? Is it like it's like Luka Puka? Is that what his name is? Puka.
I'm not even gonna say because I have no idea.
Got you.
I'm not watching that.
I mean,
Nakua, right?
Yeah,
I think that. Yeah, I think it's Puka Nakua. Then
he's probably that. But this is what Matt Stafford does. We've seen it his whole career. There's always a guy that becomes really good playing with Matt Stafford. It was Marvin Jones in Detroit. Titus Young for a little bit in Detroit. Obviously, we know what his rapport was with with Megatron. Obviously, I listen. There's not a bigger, especially on this show. I love Matt Stafford. I think that he just, but
Matt Stafford just picks one receiver and like, look, I'm only going to throw it to you and nobody else.
That's right.
He did that with Cooper. He did that with Calvin Johnson. I mean, that's Calvin Johnson.
Yep.
Any quarterback would be stupid not to do that. He did that with Cooper Kupp. He did that with Marvin Jones too. Did that with Cooper Kupp. Now he's doing that with Puka. It was like, look, I don't care about anyone else. I'm just going to throw it to you. And even if someone else is completely wide open, they're still going to be thrown to. I don't know why we thought Allen Robinson was going to do anything when he still had Cooper Kupp on his team. Right when Cooper Kupp comes back, Nakua is going to have 2 receptions a game or something.
Right, absolutely. Well, the Bengals got Jake Browning, I think, starting. It's going to be him or Will Greer, but I think it's going to be Jake Browning.
Oh, so Joe's not playing then.
I don't think so. I think they're trying to keep
Oh,
him.
no, I'm saying that. So I mean, now being privy to that, 'cause I didn't know that part. Then yeah, then I almost called it St. Louis.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Rams.
Rams.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's ooh, little not breaking, but it says this is a little NBA talk. Dwight Howard getting a workout with the Golden State Warriors, possibly signing because everyone's signing off on it.
You know what? So that's crazy because I said years ago that's where he should have went after he left Houston. He's because what they was doing in Orlando when in his prime, that's exactly what Golden State did, but they ratcheted up another level. Orlando was hitting threes all over the place against people with Hito Turkoglu and Jameer Nelson and boys. If he had went to Golden State years ago, he definitely would have had 2 or 3 rings by now because he was the perfect guy. He didn't need the ball. He was going to block shots. He's always in shape. So it's a few years too late, but hey, he could get them 8 to 12 minutes a night and still be produced. Because he's going to be in shape. He's going to be in shape. So I hope they sign. I think that would be a good move for them if that happens.
What was this point with Dwight Howard trying to recruit everybody to go to
Taiwan?
Yeah, whatever. I don't know what team he was playing for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They go to Taiwan, and then all of a sudden now he's going back to the NBA. Nah, stay in Taiwan. You trying to recruit everybody now? You also want to go to the NBA? Nah, stay in Taiwan.
Yeah. I don't. I mean, I know he had talked about it on it was either the Breakfast Club or the show with Angela Yee. I know he talked about wanting to be back closer to his kids, so maybe that's why he made the move back to the States, or is looking to make the state. But I'm like, yo, if your kids are in Atlanta, wherever they're at, and you trouble playing in California, but obviously, them guys fly private jets to do stuff all the time to get back to their family. So, but either way, I think that'd be a good move for Golden State if they do that. Because, like I said, he is someone that he definitely understands his role now. He's not looking to be what he was in Orlando and even Houston to an extent. He'll be a very viable backup. For them if they sign him, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, to wrap this up, we go do some final words. Shay, you go first.
Well, first of all, y'all gotta let me know when you're gonna go live because if I knew that, I would have 8. I would have just went. The reason why we started 9:15, 9:20, because when I got back home, I wanted to eat some food. I had some nice Thai food, but if y'all told me we were going live, I was to skip the eating. I would have ate after.
Nah, that's all good.
Yeah, you could have had a tie on the live, man. It's all good.
I could have had it on the live. Yeah, I could have had it on the live, but no, this was great. Even though I give y'all Giants fans some slack, thanks for the interaction. Made this more fun. It feels like when I'm on the Commander stream, when I used to be a part of, and I'm over here playing the antagonist. And I love playing the antagonist. So, your team's mediocre, so it's easy. It's just easy at this point. So, the ammo is already there. But, thank y'all for coming on to our live.
Listen, definitely love the interactions. This is a good idea to do this. Once again, all the information to follow us is on the ticker at the bottom. Thank you for the newest subscribers.
We got 7 rings though, right? 6, 7. Yeah, we got 6 though. See,
hey, listen,
we have so many. I lose count.
6'2".
I lose count.
Well, no, sorry, 6'4", and I'm not talking height. So it's all good. But hey, congrats on
6'4", no D Wade.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And then when it comes to Brady Eli, it's still 6'2", and I'm not talking height either. So it's all good. I get it though. We can't never argue those because you won. Bravo.
Have an imaginary cookie.
Right. Yeah. Bam. Follow us on all the social media platforms you see at the bottom. Thank you to our newest subscribers. Thank y'all for those that have been following us on X, on Twitter. Now, like I said, we now have more followers than we actually are following. So, so let's keep it that way. Continue to follow. We will follow back. Aaron, like I said, Aaron has been spearheading that. I tried to get a little active in there the other day. I definitely talked a lot during the Colorado game, and I was playing the shady role on Saturday with that. I was antagonizing fans, and they're going, "Oh, people are crying about Dion." And I was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Dion won again. We're 3-0, baby. We coming. We here. We now."
It's personal.
It's personal, baby. That's right. Side note that once again, I love that Dion stepped up and said that he stepped up for that kid because the kid shouldn't have got death threats. Either way, the hit was dirty. I don't care if Dion
was definitely dirty hit.
Fuck that, it was dirty. So I once again, they can say all the PC stuff they want to. That play was dirty. But like I said, thank you for following us. Thank you for listening. Appreciate those that joined the live stream. This will more of this will be coming. We'll get better at promoting it so that more people can interact with us. You guys can spread the word on our behalf. And as always, Black Lives Matter, not just when it's convenient for you.
Yep. And also shout out to Planet X Network for the intro video. I've been busy doing other stuff too, so I could not get it done. But if you ever want to watch live, there's other channels as well that's on the Planet X Network on Roku TV. I don't really know the details about where it is. I have to look at it because there's too much in that group chat. So as always, Black people matter every day. So see you when you see you. Peace.
Tie this game at 60.